Hey, this is Jamal. I got some musicians coming at you, and I just want to do this quick blog. It's like a blog video, no music, nothing like that. I wanted to give some people some education on what VSTs are. I get so many emails. Can I use the Yamaha motif on this? Can I use the Neo-Soul Suitcase on this? People are getting a little confused, and the advanced users who know about VST Instruments, you know about this, but I guess because of this Neo-Soul Suitcase, there's a lot of people who never even used instruments on their computer. So I'm going to give you VST 101 and talk about the Yamaha motif, the Neo-Soul Suitcase for the Yamaha motif. I don't know how many ways I can put it. I don't know how many times I can put it on the website. The Neo-Soul Suitcase Rhodes for the Yamaha motif ES, XS, and XF will not work for your ES rack, will not work for your Mo X, will not work for your Mo 8, will not work for the S90, anything. It will only work for the Yamaha motif ES, Yamaha motif XS, Yamaha motif XF. It will not work for the Mo Classic. It will not work for the Mo Rack. It will not work for any other Yamaha keyboard. It will only work for 3 Yamaha keyboards, no racks. Okay, I'm about to make this clear. It will only work for the Yamaha motif ES, XS, and XF. Those are the only models of Yamaha motif that will accept RAM. The other models will not accept RAM, so you can't load in new samples. Alright? That's as clear as I can make it. As far as the Neo-Soul Suitcase, the Neo-Soul Suitcase for your computer will not load on your motif. There are 2 different animals. There's samples for your keyboard, then there are samples for your computer. The 2 will not mix. They're totally separate. They're 2 separate products. I came out with the Yamaha, the motif, the Suitcase, the Neo-Soul Rhodes for Yamaha about a year ago. The Suitcase is totally different. Now, everybody's writing me. They say, I got a computer, I got FL Studio, I have a Mac, can I use it? Alright, so here's a little bit of education. VST was started by Steinberg a long time ago. The VST technology, the purpose of the VST technology, I think it stands for Virtual Synth Technology, I'm not sure. But basically that technology allows you to play instruments on your computer. Okay, so it started off with Steinberg's Cubase, alright? And it started off as a DAW. DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation, alright? So when Steinberg invented VST, they wanted to invent a platform that all the other DAWs, Digital Analog Workstation, can play instruments. Very good idea. Yamaha bought them out. Awesome idea. So, totally separate from a keyboard, totally separate from your keyboard, not even related to the sounds and samples on your sampler on your keyboard, not related. These are sounds and samples that you play on your computer. So, this is how it works. If your DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, an example of a DAW would be Sonar, FL Studio, Logic, Pro Tools, Digital Performer. If your DAW, which almost every single DAW allows you to play VST instruments, if your DAW allows you to play VST instruments, then you can use it. Okay, so now we have VST instruments. Steinberg came up with this awesome idea to allow other people to develop virtual little synthesizers and samplers. It can be anything. It could be a sampler, it could be a synthesizer, it can be an effects unit, it could be a rompler, it could be a noise generator, it could be a vocoder, it could be auto-tune, it can be anything. Anything that you can create in your mind can be loaded up in your digital audio workstation. Alright, so here comes this company called Native Instruments. Native Instruments is one of the top companies that creates VST instruments, alright? Now, when I talk about VST Instruments, I'm talking about audio units as well. Audio units for the Mac, all right? So I'm not going to talk about that yet. Let's talk about audio units. All right. So you have on the PC platform, you have VST Instruments. Well, I'm just keeping everything simple. All you tech heads, just close the video. This is VST Instruments 101. So on the Mac decided that they wanted to build a different architecture called audio units. Audio units is as equivalent as VSTs. You can load stuff on your Mac. So for all intents and easy purposes, audio units is for the Mac, VST is for the PC. Every single manufacturer now makes their samples and VST instruments for the Mac on VST and audio units. All right. So here come this company come along called Native Instruments. They make a ton of VST instruments. One of those VST instruments happened to be a sampler. All right. And the sampler is called Kontakt. What a sampler is it allows you to load samples into the actual sampler, kind of like your Motif, kind of like your MPC, kind of like your old EMU and your Sonic and your Kai samplers. Well, this is a sampler for your computer where you can load samples into your sampler. So I chose to use the Kontakt Sampler. The reason why is because Kontakt offers a whole bunch of scripting and all kinds of buttons, and you get to form your own GUI. So so you got this VST instrument, then you got this Kontakt Sampler, and what I have is the NeoSoul Suitcase library for the Kontakt Sampler. So you got VST, which is the architecture. On top of the VST, here comes another company that produced VST instruments, and they happen to produce a VST sampler, which is called Kontakt. Slap that on top of there, and then slap my library that goes into Kontakt. All right. So this is how it works. Very easy. Your digital audio workstation, if they can load VST instruments, then they can use Kontakt Sampler. All right. As I've been saying over and over, the way Kontakt does its business is that if you just produce a library without the license, then it will not work in your Kontakt free player. They offer a free player to allow people to play free libraries that license. This is not the case. This is coming later. Okay? So, simpler. Let me try and make it as simple as possible. If you own Sonar, if you own FL Studio, if you own Cubase, if you own Digital Performer, if you own Apple Logic, if you own GarageBand, if you own, am I missing something? Digital Performer, Logic, Sonar, Cubase, if you own Pro Tools, have I named all the top ones? Logic. If you own Ableton Live, all right. So Ableton Live, Apple Logic, Digital Performer, Pro Tools, Cubase, Sonar, FL Studio. If you own any one of those, then all of those DAWs, digital audio workstations, can load VST instruments. All right. So if you do, all these FL Studio people asking me, can I use it? Yes, you can. I have a video on neosoulsuitcase.com. In the tutorials, it shows you exactly how to load VST instruments in FL Studio. So if I have not, no window, I am not sure. If I haven't named your digital audio workstation, please look on or send them an email and see if you can load VST instruments. If you can load VST instruments, then you can load the NeoSoul Suitcase samples in Kontakt. Now, this first iteration is for those of you who've already paid for Kontakt and you own Kontakt, you have a license, these samples will work. The next phase coming pretty soon is that you can use either the Kontakt Sampler, the Kontakt free player in your DAW, or you can use the Kontakt player standalone. All right. So right now and in the future, if you do own any one of those DAWs that I named, you can load the Neo-Soul Suitcase. The Neo-Soul Suitcase will not load. The Neo-Soul Suitcase VST for Kontakt will not load in any keyboard. It never will load in any keyboard. It's totally different technology. And if I haven't mentioned this before, the Motif ES, the Motif XS, the Motif XF is the only thing that can load the Neo-Soul Rhodes for the Yamaha keyboards. It will not load in any other keyboard. Now, for you propeller head reason folks, I've been doing some research. I don't particularly have a plan to release an NNXT version, a combinator, or anything like that. As far as I know, Reason is the only DAW, if you want to call it a DAW, that does not load VST architecture. So that makes it hard for other developers to keep developing platforms. The other thing is the NNXT architecture is not as, in my opinion, as advanced yet as the Kontakt scripting with all the program and all the buttons and all of the release notes and the program of the release notes and how the release notes handle and scripting. You can change it to bend, you can change it to do all kinds of stuff. It's pretty much Kontakt scripting is like a little programming language, and frankly I'm working on it, but I don't know if I can make my samples sound as good in the NNXT as they do in Kontakt. So if I do release a version in the NNXT and it doesn't sound as good, that's actually going to be counterproductive for me, because all of the reviews are going to say, oh, these samples are okay, oh, these samples are alright, I expected more, and that's not what we want. Alright, so if you are a computer guy and you own any one of those digital audio workstations, albeit Sonar, Digital Performer, Cubase, Logic, FL Studio, any one of those, you can load VST Instruments. But when the license comes out, you won't have to worry about it at all, because Kontakt has a free player where you will be able to load the samples in the free player. Later I'm going to do a video on how to actually play live and do stuff live, because I know a lot of you guys aren't up on technology. You're synth guys. You never even messed with a computer just yet. So I'm going to do some videos to help you guys out. It is very humbling and an awesome thing that all the guys that have not tried VSTs are trying the VSTs on their computer just because of this Neo-Soul Suitcase. And that is a good thing, that you're first time triers of VSTs, never really played your laptop live, never done it, and it's very good that you guys are experiencing doing that because of the Neo-Soul Suitcase. So appreciate that. Hope that laid it out, hope that helps you out. So I hope I clarified everything, and we'll be back with more videos on explaining how to run this stuff live and do stuff live. Alright, cool, we're out.